Good afternoon, good folks. This is Social Commentary with D King, and I want to talk to y'all a little bit about mullein. Now, mullein is it's an herb that's been used for quite some time for a lot of different applications, such as respiratory issues. Now, I've been using this since I was a young buck. My grandmother would always tell us during the spring, go pick some mullein. We'll make some mullein tea. And as a kid, I was like, man, what the crap is mullein tea? But it did help us. But I never really knew what it was wholeheartedly because my older cousins would go pick it. But anyway, so I got a little bit older and I decided to do a little bit of research on it. I was like, man, what is mullein? Like, what was it for? I started to get back to my roots. And this is a mullein plant that I've gotten growing in my garden. I transplanted it from another garden I had, and it was almost at its demise, but it started growing back with a little bit of rain, a little bit of tender loving care. But anyway, I don't know if you can see real close. It kind of has a sheen to it, but really those are fine hairs, and it's very soft. It's a very soft plant. It's called a velvet plant in some places. But anyway, you see it's starting to stalk up too. Now the interesting thing about the stalk is once it grows 5, 6, 7 feet high, it'll stalk and it'll start producing these cute little yellow flowers. But you can pluck the flowers, soak them in olive oil with a little bit of maybe crushed garlic, let it sit for a couple of weeks, and then you have the most amazing earache oil. You can put it in your ears for all ages of kids and adults. It's very safe. But anyway, we're talking about the application for the tea specifically today. Now what you do is you pluck a few leaves and then you let them dry. Now I've had these leaves. They've been drying for a few weeks, probably a couple of months, but I just keep them hanging up. These are very large leaves that I found. The plant I have outside, it's not. That's like a small one, a medium to small one. But anyway, you can hear the crunch. They're still, you can crunch it together. But anyway, you break off a little piece at a time to make your tea with. Okay, so anyway, this is the mullein. I love mullein, man. It's a beautiful application. But anyway, it's good for those fine hairs. What they do is they agitate the bronchioles. It gets into your lungs. Well, it gets into the bloodstream in your lungs. And once you breathe it in, once it goes through, it agitates the congestion that you may have. It also helps if you have asthma or any sort of respiratory issues. It really helps a lot with that. You got a little bit of cinnamon, which is an anti-inflammatory, and a little rooibos, which is a immune system booster. And this is what I normally use to make my mullein tea. And typically I don't use the rooibos, but rooibos adds a nice little flavor as well as its medicinal purposes. But the cinnamon, the mullein, and typically chamomile and a little bit of lemon juice works wonders. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a cheesecloth today. Just once I make my tea, you got the water starting to boil. Once I make my tea, I'm a cheesecloth strainer. But you can also use these little nifty guys. Get them at the dollar store, 2 for $1 typically. And I found this at you can find any kind of tea infuser. But I always use natural or local honey. Ain't nothing wrong with other honeys, I guess. Just don't get the syrup honey. But local honey, it's better for you. It's more medicinal. Anyway, here you have the rooibos. I really suggest everybody try rooibos whenever you can. Rooibos is a good tea, and again, with this particular combination, it's going to help me get through the next few days because we've had a weather change come through our area of East Texas. But before you take my word for it, I suggest and I recommend always do your own research, no matter what. Do your own research. Look up the rooibos and learn about it. Look up the mullein and learn about it. Mullien. Look up the mullein or EIN. I forget sometimes. But look it up. Do your own research. It is. I've been using it for quite a while, my whole life, with no adverse effects. I give it to my daughter. I make tea and give it to them, and they drink it, and And you don't have to just tell them it's medicine. I mean, it's just regular tea, but with a little bit of honey to sweeten it with, local honey to sweeten it with. You know, kids, they're like, oh my God, I got me a sweet drink. You know, we don't have to feed our kids sugar all the time. You know, honey sweetens up a lot of times. I use honey water. It's simple. Medicinal. It's quick, easy. You don't have to go through the process of making juice or some kind of sweet drink. You know, just a little bit of room temperature water, mix it up, add a little cold water, a little ice to it, then you got your sweet drink for your kids, and it's natural and it's healthy for them. But anyway, mullein has many applications, man. You could smoke it. You could apply it topically. Again, I say do your own research because I'm not a doctor. However, like I said, I've been using it for years, and I have I haven't had any adverse effect thus far. I will continue to use it and continue to share whatever information I may come across it. But anyway, mullein tea.